Hi, welcome back to GP Reactions. Hope you're well, hope you're having a great Christmas, and as always, thank you for subscribing. So I'm going to be continuing now with Yes. It's like, I think this is my second or third Yes track, but I've decided to kind of go back to the beginning so I can maybe enjoy and understand their evolution. So this is going back to the very first album in 1969, released in July 1969. And it was a self-titled album, and I believe this is the first track, which is Beyond and Before, and this would have probably been, I think this live version is from about November the 23rd. So as far as my understanding goes, Yes is made up of John Anderson, Rick Wakeman, Chris Squire, Alan White, and Steve Howe. I kind of recognise four of those names, possibly from a Yes lineup at some point, or might have heard those names in conjunction with other bands. So I'm really looking forward to this. I've heard a couple of Yes tracks in the past, Owner of a Lonely Heart. I've recently kind of heard Shock to the System, and I kind of vaguely remember Wondrous Stories from 1977. So this is going right back to 1969. I don't know what to expect. I don't really know what their specific sound is. So we'll find out. So I'm just going to pause it there. I will kind of take it back. I will take it back a few seconds so we don't miss anything. Already I'm loving the sound of John Anderson's voice and the harmonies. There is just like a psychedelic kind of twinge to this, which I suppose would reflect the late 1960s. And I'm not sure who the guitar is. It's quite an aggressive guitar, but a softer, I think, bass guitar in the background as well. Yeah, I'm really liking the composition so far. It does, to me, it does kind of feel like Yes, that I would have probably closest would have been the Wondrous Stories. I'm kind of getting those vibes already, and this is 1969, so a clear sort of 8 years before. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Is he wearing an eye patch? I'm finding this enthralling. It's Jesus, that woke me up. So it was Yes, Beyond and Before, and I really kind of like enjoyed that track. It was it had me in a kind of like a trance towards the end, and I was suddenly kind of woken up right there. I would love to be in that audience because there's something kind of really magical about that track. And it is genuinely the first time I've heard this, and I've never kind of heard any kind of early Yes. And this is the beginning, and I'm really kind of impressed by what I've heard. I would love to have been in that audience. I think I would have really appreciated this. The harmonies are already there. I'm loving John Anderson's voice, Rick Wakeman on the keyboards. I'm not kind of sure who plays what other instruments, but it's something that I kind of hope to kind of maybe develop and find out as we go along. Nice to see a live performance as well. I could have listened to a studio version of that, but already I see they're kind of they're established musicians, and they take their art seriously. I've not kind of really got too much to say about this. I mean, I can have a look at the lyrics. I was trying to kind of figure out what the lyrics were about. I felt it was like about winter or something, but I could be completely wrong. So, sparkling trees of silver foam cast shadows in winter home. I mean, that's just a lovely kind of rhyme. Sparkling trees of silver foam cast shadows in winter home. Swaying branches breaking sound. Lonely forest, trembling ground. Masquerading leaves of blue run circles around the morning dew. Patterns understood by you, reaching out beyond and before. Time, like gold dust, brings mind to hidden levels underground. Say a few words to the wind. That's all that's left of winter's friend. Reaching the snow in the days of cold, casting a spell out of ice now that you're gone. So the summer's too long, and it seems like the end of life. And before, beyond and before, time like gold dust brings. So I mean, it could be kind of talking about winter in itself. That it's the sadness of winter when the winter leaves and summer comes. I love summer, but I guess if winter is a personality or person, then you have to kind of wait through spring and summer and autumn for winter to return, and the summer's too long and it seems like the end of my life, but winter always comes around. Now it could be kind of related just to like sort of personifying kind of winter, or it could be maybe the loss of a person, a loved one at a particular time of year, and although you kind of enjoy your summers and your springs and your autumns, that you really kind of want to get back that feeling of that person, and maybe your best times you had with that person were during winter. I'm probably way off the mark here, but the thing I love about these kind of songs is it opens us up to kind of engage our imagination a bit and dream a little bit while we hear these kind of wonderful songs. And I've listened to a few progressive rock songs now. I'm not sure whether this was would have been classed as progressive rock at the time, or whether they were just on the cusp of prog rock. I'm not a connoisseur of prog rock. I'm never kind of sure how to maybe categorize it in a genre, but I enjoyed this, and it took my mind on a little bit of a trip halfway through, and I guess that's job done. as far as I am concerned, because a song that can take me somewhere different is a great basis and foundation for a song. So I really enjoyed that. Guys, let me know what you think. Join me in the comments below. And as always, if you want to subscribe, that's fine. I never started this channel to get subscribers. I kind of started this channel to maybe explore a bit some new music, revisit some old music, and essentially kind of save my soul from COVID lockdown. And I think I've kind of halfway achieved that. It never seems to go away, but there you go. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that too. And till next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll speak to you all soon.